Yeah. Yo, Fred, what up? Pound shit. Let me talk to him. Yeah, Ravenous. I said it's B. T. Yeah. I ain't never asked for much. Mama made sure that I ain't acting up, and whatever I said, that I'm backing up. This talk got them backing up. Learning lessons off of questions. Shit, I ain't asking enough. My past is rough. Fuck all that shit is chatted to these rappers that you gassing up. I done shows with 2 in a crowd and they laughed at us. Been booed off stage and they don't got hard as half as us. I still feel the pains from them nights I couldn't pack my lunch. I had enough. People wanna see the real me. I told them it's how you grasp it. I ignored the masses and made a classic. I told them in a couple years I'll be established. Now my record's popping up, you would think it was magic. No cosigns, no paddocks, it's just me. A white boy talking this shit, man, could you imagine? Anxiety weighing heavy, trying to feed me these tablets. Told producers feed me beats and now you feeling it savage.
Peace to everybody. Greetings and salutations, and thank y'all for coming back for another episode of the No Scripts podcast. I'm your host, of course, Kier Scott, here to bring you another amazing episode of the podcast. Thank you to everybody who's been tuning in so far. If you're new to the show, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that bell for notifications for new episodes. Feel free to let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Let us know what we can do to improve the show. If you like it, I appreciate it. If you don't like it, let me know what you think. You can leave your comments. Either way, I appreciate you for checking us out. Today, we have a very special guest joining the show, Greenburgh, New York's very own rapper and songwriter, BTB. We're getting ready to have him join in here now. He's going to talk a little bit about his story, how he's got into rapping, upcoming music he has going on. And I'm just going to dive in and try to find out some further information about him. Appreciate you guys for joining us today. Hope you guys enjoy. All right. We are back for another episode. BTB, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. I'm chilling. Nice little Monday night.
Sure did. Definitely, man. In the evening time, it's a little bit easier after I just get off work to try to shoot the episodes on the weekdays. Weekends, I got a little more flexibility. So I definitely appreciate you for taking the time out to come sit down with me, joining the No Scripts community, man. We definitely appreciate that, man.
Oh no, of course. I appreciate you having me on. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before when I saw you doing it, especially you just being from Westchester, I was like, I gotta link up and make it happen because, like, you know, we all gotta stick together at the end of the day. So I was like, might as well do something for the culture.
Definitely, man. One of my main things I try to do is get people from the 914 to join on because there's so many different people from the 914, so much different talent. And I want to make sure it's represented properly, man. So I definitely like to get as many people as I can to join the show, talk about their story, what they got going on, man, and try to bring that to the forefront. I think that's very important, man, for myself and everybody else to do so. So,
yeah, and I also noticed that you don't just do artists, and usually you see people just doing like artists and rappers and singers, but like you dabble with just a bunch of talent, like any type of talent from the Westchester area, and I thought that was dope too because I was trying to go on your page to see, like, you know, what type of things what I was getting into before I got into the call. So I was trying to see how you usually conduct interviews and things like that. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, damn, you got like people that do this, people that do that. They don't just make music. Like, I thought that was pretty crazy. Like, because I usually don't see that from like the media personalities as much.
Yeah, so, man, my thought process was try to just get anybody who's in tune with the culture. It's so many different things. Like I got some beauticians coming up. I got some basketball coaches that won championships coming up to be able to talk. They got a nice little platform they're working on. Yeah, man. So I'm trying to make sure I get everybody, as many different professionalities or personalities to that forefront, man, and make sure that we speak on it and bring it to the culture, man. That's very important for me, man. One of the first things I like to ask my guests when they join the show is, just how is your mental space, man? How are you and your family holding up through this time of COVID, man? Like, we're like in the middle of it. It's not something we've ever seen before in our lifetime. So I do like to get that mental space and seeing how my guest is doing, man.
So far so good. You know, we've been fortunate to be safe during most of this time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously nobody expected this to be this drastic too, like to last this long, you know what I'm saying? So we've been fortunate enough, you know, we had a couple scares here and there, you know, like just being around certain people that may have had it or, you know what I'm saying, things like that. But other than that, you know, we we just been lucky and good enough not to get it, you know. And you know, the main thing is just trying to like do as much with all the time that you have instead of, you know, just sitting there and not really using your time wisely, you know what I'm saying? Because like, especially in quarantine and being kind of locked in the house, as they may say, like for a while, you know, you had to kind of break out of the habit of just sitting there doing nothing. Because, you know, when you do that, it's just like, that's when I feel like your mental state kind of declines a little bit, you know, because you start feeling like lousy and like you just feel like a waste, you know. So it's like, you know, we just try to stay busy, try to keep things moving, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the mind running constantly. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, there are occasional naps here and there, you know what I'm saying? Just because like, you get tired, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? The main thing, yeah, we just been staying busy, staying focused, but everybody's good, and you know, we blessed to have that. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm glad to hear everybody's safe. That's one of the good things, man. Whenever I speak to any of my guests and I ask them about that, one of the things that they always emphasize is that, you know, I mean, we had a couple of scares here and there, but everybody's good. So I'm always glad to hear that, especially in the time when, man, we're losing hundreds of thousands of people. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to take the time and tell your loved ones, you know what I mean, I love you and I appreciate you. Spend that time with the family. I think that's most important. And one of the main things I feel like is taking advantage of the time. You got so much time to yourself, or whatever that craft is, man, just try to improve it. I mean, whether it's like reading a book, whether it's exercising and working out, whether it's writing music or recording music, or like myself shooting a podcast. It's like, let's just keep the positive productivity going, man, because there's so much negativity going on. I think that's very important.
Yeah, that's a fact. And to piggyback off what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? I feel like during this whole like time of just having to quarantine, having to be inside, not do as much, I feel like now is the time where, you know, you're really able to experiment with yourself the most. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed like I've noticed other things that I was good at as far as music, you know what I'm saying? And also like business with music and things like that. You know, you just start untapping other potentials that you may have had, you know, like,
definitely.
Like I'm kind of unlocking like the badges, you know what I mean? Like, 2K reference, you know.
For sure. Yeah, that's my shit, man. You already know. I got that off rip.
Thanks. Yeah. But, you know, I noticed that's like one of the biggest things I've noticed, you know what I'm saying? And just music in general, like I've noticed so much just growing as an artist and a person. You know, I feel like this time has helped me, and I guess other people do that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. What are some of the things that you picked up through this time besides like writing music and recording? What are some of the other things you feel like you picked up that are beneficial to you right now?
Well, one of them was, I have to include the writing, because the writing process took a real big leap, especially because, you know, before this I was, let's see, like once every couple weeks, months, I'd write a song. And write something, put something together. Now it's like writing a couple songs each week. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like I've got myself so accustomed to writing because I just made myself sit down and like, all right, write something, listen to beats, write something, listen to beats, write something. And I also feel like my ear has developed for like just hearing the sounds that I automatically know, like, okay, yeah, that's what I want to do. That's how I want to do it. I want to put this here, like just rearranging and producing the track itself. Not actually making the beat, but like just knowing what I want and being more vocal about it. Because before I would hear a song and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like I may have not liked something in a song, but I couldn't tell you what it is that I didn't like because I didn't know much about it. You know, like I didn't know what instrument that was or what like key that was in, or you know what I'm saying, like things like that, like little things like that. But I've been able to pick up more on that during this time because, you know, I'm just constantly listening now and like picking up on different terms, watching a lot of like different interviews and different artists talk about, you know, like their perspective journeys and things like that. So I'm kind of just understanding that, and then also learning more of the business, and, you know, with me and my team talking about it, you know, picking up on, you know, a whole bunch of different things that have to go into like when you have an LLC and things like that, and, you know, stuff on that end too.
And That's dope, man. I'm glad, man. Like I said, positive productivity is always the way to go, especially in this time, man. You can get lost in your mind. You can get lost in being stagnant. You can
Yeah.
go backwards in this time, man, depending upon the kind of mentality that you have and the kind of things that you put out and what you're working on. So I definitely think that's a good thing, man. Keep the writing going, man. I like the project. We're gonna be talking about that a little bit, man. The project is dope. I like what you're doing. Let's
Thank
go
you.
back though. Let's talk a little bit about the upbringing. I know you're from Greenburgh, man. Talk to me a little bit about growing up for yourself in Greenburgh, New York, man. That's where I'm from as well. So I'm
Oh,
a
word.
90s
That's what's
baby,
up.
man. I grew up there. So yeah, for sure. Talk about that
What
a bit.
part? What part? What part are you from?
So man, shoot, I've been all over, but I was born in actually I was born in 33, so I'm not sure if you're familiar with
Okay. I'm right down the
30.
street. Yeah. Well, I'm up the street technically. I'm on Old Terrytown Road.
Oh, okay,
Right in
yeah,
Terry
okay.
Hill. You know where Terry
Yep.
Hill's at. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got people
Yeah.
out there for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, the main thing is like I always say is just how family oriented everything is out here. You know what I'm saying? One person, you kind of know everybody. Like
Yeah.
it's a big town, but also a very small town as far as just like how easy, quick can just go around. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can meet one person, they'll meet five other people, that'll meet five other people, and now you just know everybody in Greenburgh. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yep.
and that's the beauty about it because everybody's also very welcoming. You know, at least my personal experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And just growing up, that's always one thing that I've noticed, and everyone's always accepted me, and who I was just as a person, and then also now as an artist. And that's why I've always respected it, just because it didn't take that much to get that respect, because people just saw you for who you were, and then if you were a real person, they respected it. You know what I'm saying? And they listen to you, and they rock with you, and they'll support you, they'll promote your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's all the love that I get out here. And it's like, I'm trying to find the right word, but it's like it's just amazing. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to branch out also, but I'm saying I gotta show love to the hometown always. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. Yeah, you definitely. Yeah. I mean, nobody wants to be your favorite local rapper, right? You definitely want
Nah,
to be able
definitely
to.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be able to be global and expand and have like a appeal that reaches the masses. I totally get that. Let's talk about the rap a little bit, man. What got you into rapping? When did you start to fall in love with rap?
There's a couple different stories on that. So my mom was like a big DMX fan, and she would always play like a bunch of his music, and I would always pick up on it. And like hearing him at the time, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially the way he rapped, you know what I'm saying? His cadence and how he would put a song together. And it was just unorthodox to the average rap that you would hear, especially during that time, because nobody ever heard somebody screaming on the track like that. But so I started hearing that, and then I started doing a little research. I picked up on I picked up on like 50 Cent, because that was around the time Get Rich or Die Trying was like the pinnacle of hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. And then that also put me on to like Eminem. And then and when I saw him doing it, I was like, oh snap, another white rapper, like another white person rapping. I was like, oh, maybe I could do it. You know what I'm saying? And kind of seeing that, it kind of pushed me towards it. And then I became like a big fan. And then I started writing poetry. That's how it all started. I mean, that sounds kind of cliche. I think all rappers start out writing poetry, but I started writing poetry, and then like I would hand them out to people, see what they think. And I would always get good feedback. So then I would just one day was like, you know what, let me put one of these to like production, like a beat. Mm-hmm. And at first it was really bad, because like I didn't know how to flow on a beat yet. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like I was just like, oh, okay, let me just try to do how like Eminem or 50 does it, Didn't go that way the first time, but then as time goes on, you know what I'm saying, as I try to do it more, I stopped using my poems and I actually started writing to the beat.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then that's ever since then. I went to my first studio when I was 13, and I fell in love with it ever since. Like, I was like,
dope, man.
I wanted to go back. I just kept going back, and haven't stopped.
Yeah, that's dope. You said 13. So how old are you now?
I am 23 now.
Okay, so you've been rapping for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
You feel like you kind of seasoned in the game now, since you've been doing it for 10 years?
Yeah, I always say I'm like a young vet, just because like I'm 23, so yeah, that's young. But I've been doing this for so long And I feel like I've gotten credibility from people that also been doing it for so long. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, like I've been rapping the same time as some of the OGs been rapping, especially in like around the community too. Like I talk to them, I'm like, damn, I remember when I wrote my first song with you in my living room, like, you know, stuff like that. Like, so yeah, I do feel like I'm like a, you know, vet.
That's dope, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So I know the name of the rap name is BTB. How did that name come about?
So I would always talk about, you know, like at first, originally it was like me saying, you know, being the boss at things you do, like always be the boss, be the boss, be the boss. And so that's what it was at first. So I used just the acronym BTB. And then later on, I was like, you know, I wanted to change it to something more that everybody can relate to. Because not everybody wants to be a boss, and that's cool. But everybody wants to be the best at what they do. So I just changed it to be the best. And then actually my old neighbor, he was the one who gave me the idea to switch to, because at first I was going by Be the Boss. Like I didn't even have the acronym BTB. Yeah, I was just always, which was kind of wild now that I think about it. Like people just walking around calling you that. And like if I put that on Apple Music, Be the Boss, they'd be like, what the hell? But he's the one who told me to change it, like just use the acronym, like use the letters, 3 letters. And I was like, okay, I'll try that out. And then now it's like, it's just so regular. It's just like, rolls off the tongue. Everybody calls me it, so I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, you was rocking with it. Okay, I like that, man. All right, that's what's up.
That was around the same time. Boss. Yeah, it was around. Well, now it's Be the Best, but yeah, it started as Be the Boss.
Be the Best. I like that. I'm feeling that, man. So I got a chance to listen to the project. If you know, you know. I think it's a dope EP. I'm definitely feeling it. One of the things I feel like I got from the project and listening to it, I feel like you label yourself as the underdog. Why do you feel like you're the underdog? Is it because you're not known yet, or what is it?
I think it's partially, yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not known. Like, I'm known, but when you think about it on a larger scale, I'm not really known. You know what I'm saying? People have heard me, but not really heard me. You know, like I may get a couple thousand here and there, but I'm thinking of it as like the billions of people that are in the world. You know, so. But also sometimes I just feel left out of certain conversations. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when people talk about who really does this, I feel like my name gets left out a lot, you know, and usually things like that don't bother me, but I feel like the amount of length I've been doing this, you know what I'm saying, and all the work that I put in and the fact that I'm really like about this life when it comes to rapping, like I feel like people just see me as like the underdog, like, yeah, he's all right, you know, maybe he got a little more like, but like, I feel like I'm there though. I feel like I'm already at that level, but you feel like, I don't know, it might just be a bar that I'm setting for myself. Mm-hmm. It might not even be true. Like maybe it's just me being in my own head, but because I like to overanalyze things too a lot, especially when it comes to my own work. So it could be a little bit of that, but I don't know. I just feel that way sometimes.
I got you. So I was right in that underboss, like that. The conception that I got from that, I was like, when I'm listening to him, I feel like he believes and he feel like he's like the underboss. He got something to prove. Like the underdog.
And it always anytime I keep making myself feel like that, it always keeps me more hungry and make me want to go harder. So I feel like my verses always get better just because I keep feeling that way. I feel like once I let up feeling that way, that's when I feel like, you know, the material might decline. You know what I'm saying? Because people feel like they're there already. So why, you know what I'm saying, why work harder? Yeah. So
keep showing up. Okay.
Yeah. So I try to keep myself with that mentality. Like, all right, people ain't looking for me. People ain't talking about me. Like, what's the problem? Like, all right, let me keep going in. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it's just more motivation, I guess you can say, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like looking at yourself as the underdog, like you said, it keeps that ambition going and that hunger. That's exactly what I was going to say. I feel like it could be a good thing because you could use it as fuel to just keep going. You know what I mean? To just be on top of your game every single time, no matter who you get in the booth, or whether you believe that you're better than them or you're not. You just know I'm going to take your head off every single time.
That's a fact, yeah. That's
that mentality, man. That's a good mentality to have.
It definitely helps, you know what I'm saying? It definitely helps, and I'm gonna just keep running with it. You know what I'm saying? Until the wheels fall.
Yeah, for sure, man. Don't let up on it. I feel like I know you had spoke about Eminem, so I don't know if you're familiar with. I listened to a little bit of Vlad previously. I don't really rock with Vlad anymore, unfortunately. But I used to listen to Vlad interviews, and one of the things that they would talk about, like him and Lord Jamal would talk about, like the guest in the house of hip hop. and Lord Jamar felt like white rappers are guests in the house of hip hop. What do you think about that? Do you feel like white rappers or white people in general are the guests in hip hop? What do you think?
Yeah, I talked about this before. I 100% feel that way. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I've accepted that. You know, I'm a be the guest. I'm more than happy to be welcomed into this culture. You know what I'm saying? Because this culture wasn't started by us. So it's like, we have to understand that, this is a place that we're being let in. It's like, wipe your feet at the door and say thank you. You know what I'm saying? And be fortunate enough to come in here and do, I'm just fortunate enough to come here and be able to do what I do and be respected as that. And I won't, I don't ever overstep and say, we started this, we created this. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, we have talent, there are talented other white rappers. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah.
And, but 100% I do feel that way. And I always say I'm going to just be the nicest guest ever, though. You know what I'm saying? Best believe. But yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay, I feel like that's a dope mentality to have as far as saying I'm gonna be the dopest guest ever. As far as myself, I feel like anybody who is not like the forefather of hip hop, I personally feel like is a guest of hip hop. Like if I was still rapping, because I used to rap as well. If I was still rapping, I felt like I would be a guest in the house because I didn't help build the foundation. Like hip hop is like any other home; it's a foundation. So if you weren't one of the originals, then you didn't build that house. So of course you are a guest. And just like you said, you gotta appreciate that. You gotta wipe your feet at the door and show it as the most respect to the person who came before you.
Yeah, because I feel like that's where the disconnect is right now, especially is it's just the respect for the people that came before you. I'm not saying obviously you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do, but I just think the right thing to do is to always respect the ones that came before you that really put this platform to where we can have it. You know what I'm saying? Like that we have it right now to where it is. You know what I'm saying? Because rap was never the biggest thing in the world. It used to be underground. It was just like, okay, you rap, cool. Like, let me hear something. Now it's like, oh, you rap? Oh, what? Like, yeah, like that's, and now there's just so much more of a market for it. Like, it is getting a little oversaturated, I think, in my opinion, but, that gets flooded out anyway. That gets drowned out by the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just feel like, just be appreciative of the people that came before you because we wouldn't have it without them, like.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like hip hop, unfortunately, is one of the only genres where they'll say like, oh, this rapper is older, he's washed up. Like, I feel like if you go to if you listen to rock and roll or blues and country or any of those other genres, they appreciate all those legends that came before them. But hip hop is kind of like a what have you done for me lately kind of a genre, man. I feel
it's
like
a lot
the
of
younger
pride.
cats, they don't listen to it. Yeah.
It's the ideology of, I don't know who created it, who started it, but it's that ideology of like, oh, I'm by myself. Like everybody's out to get me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got to stay with just me. It's only me. I'm by me. It's only, you know what I'm saying? People feel like, oh, I'm self-made and I'm just me. Like, but in reality, you can't do this without a team anyway. You know what I'm saying? And,
for sure, yeah.
Nobody actually does this 100% by themselves. You need something. You need people to do something. You can't run around doing everything because that's when you start, slipping up and doing the wrong things and things like that. So.
One of the topics that you brought up was that you feel like the rap game is a little bit oversaturated. What are your thoughts on the current state of hip hop right now, as far as like mainstream songs and mainstream media?
So, I give everything a chance. Like I listen to everything. I listen to the whole song, no matter who it is. Even like upcoming artists that I see popping up on my timeline or anything like that. Even if I don't like it, I try to like give it the benefit of the doubt. But I do think that a lot of people are trying to rap. Maybe they're good in other things music wise. Maybe they love music a lot, but maybe rap might not be the thing for them, and they want to start rapping. Cool. But I feel like not everybody is a rapper or an MC or like an actual artist. Like I'm not explaining it. I might get some flack for this, but like I feel like not everybody is like, a rapper. I think you can rap. I think you can rap, but no, I think you can be a rapper, but you can't rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that term has gotten so like overused. And that's the only thing that I think it does bad to the culture is because it gets so overused and people start misconstruing it with other things. And now rappers look at like this bad thing to be. Like being a rapper is such a bad thing, you know, like, but I feel like the ones, like the real ones, people that actually really do this for like a living, or even if you really like, this isn't just a hobby for you and you really like take this serious and this is your life, you know, that's different. But the people that just have fun and just like, oh, I'm gonna just do this on Saturdays or something like that, or like, oh, I'm gonna just go to my friend's studio one night and record one song and be like, oh yeah, that's it, you know, that's cool, I have fun, like whatever. Like that's not really, to me, that's not being a rapper. That's not really rapping. And I feel like that's where it gets oversaturated, because now everybody wants to come in here and make songs, and you know, there's just certain things that just don't sound appealing to me personally. But I mean, hey, to each his own. You know, like, yeah.
I mean, in my personal opinion, I feel like I think I don't want to say it's an oversaturation of it. I do think there's a lot of new rappers that are coming out. I also feel like I don't want to be the old dude that's like, my era of hip hop was better than this era and all that other type of stuff. Because I'm 30 years old now, and I'm getting ready to turn 31. So I grew up on like 90s, like mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000 kind of music. That was like my main focus on what I like the most. So now that it doesn't quite sound like that era, I don't want to not give this era a chance. I do like a lot of the music that comes from it, even if it may not be my quote unquote style all the time. I do feel like there should be different pockets though, or like hip hop or like rap.
Like, yeah, facts.
Like how they have like a hard rock and classic rock, punk rock, and all that other. I think there should be that when it comes to rap too, on kind of categorizing it, what you put it in, because everything can't just be rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like trap rap, melodic rap, like, you know what I'm saying, things
exactly.
Like that. There's such a majority of like different types of, like you're saying, just different types of genre of rap in itself, like subgenres that would make more sense if they did that, you know what I'm saying? Because then not everything just gets classified as just, oh, this is rap, hip hop. Like, nah, this is like a different type, it's a different version. You know, it might be your sauce, it might be your type of sauce, maybe you like it, but I don't know. But I also feel like the younger dudes that come in, I have no problem with you rapping. I just feel like a lot of times it's just, you know, they're misguided in certain situations. They don't have the right people around them also either, you know, like, and that's where things get messed up also, you know what I'm saying? That's where things, I mean, that's a whole different conversation, but I feel like that's also where things can mess up the culture in itself, because people don't have the right OGs around them or something like that, or the right mentors around them. You know, they just feel like, oh, I can come in and do this and that's it. But like, you know, there's more to it. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that, like, there's this big labels out there, big corporation out there that are going to put a contract in front of you. You're not going to know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have, you know, you weren't around the right people. Nobody taught you what to do. You just came in here and thought it would be fun. And now you owe your whole life to this one person in their suit and tie that just want to control everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important, is to have the right team around you, or just the right person around you that knows a little more. You know what I'm saying? There's a little more experience with life in general. This way, you know, you learn from their mistakes instead of making your own to learn from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
You kind of skip those kind of steps. And I don't know. That's just always how I've done it. So I feel like if there was more, you know, having more of that, I feel like it just makes everything a little better, makes everything a little easier on artists. You know what I'm saying? You know, now I feel like there won't be as many stressed out artists or people that worried about, you know, who's owning what or who's doing this to them behind their back. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shady stuff. But
I got you, man. I feel like the only way not to fully get jerked in this game is you gotta own everything, and you kind of got to do it yourself. If you want any kind of machine behind you, or you want any kind of like assistance where they come out of their pocket, it's gonna come at a cost of your ownership or your rights on different things you can do, on the percentage you're gonna get on the back end. So I mean, it's gonna be a harder road as far as doing it all yourself, on the humble, and paying for everything yourself. But I think what you can get back amplifies over time, according or opposite of what you would get if you go with a machine. I mean, as you see in the game, everything that's going on. So, I mean, it all depends on what you want.
It's wild.
It's all depends on what you want. And in the day of hip hop right now, in like the 2020, 2021 era that we in right now, do you feel any stress to like make a mainstream song, or a song that is going to be catchy or to catch the people to kind of get a buzz going for yourself? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I never tried to make a mainstream song to like catch a buzz, but I try not to get too caught up in that. Like, I just make whatever feels right to me, like however I'm feeling, because that's the only time I can create anyway, is if I'm experiencing something, or if I'm like, I have to be going through something in order to like, for me to sit down and write, you know what I'm saying, and get to it, which kind of sucks because you're not always going through something at the time. That's why I've been writing so much during this quarantine, just because like I'm constantly just like going through it, like, you know what I'm saying, being stressed out, anxious, like, so I'm just like, I just gotta write. But I don't really feel the pressure from that, just because I've never been the type to chase a hit single, you know, like I never chased that. I just kind of wrote and created how I felt was right to me, and yeah, it just came out good. If I like it, I'm gonna put it out. You know, simple as that. Like, but yeah, I like I said, I just try not to get too caught up in that. Like, stay away from that. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, you know, I'm not looking to have that biggest song, because then I feel like you got to keep chasing that after that.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's like you get that song, and it's like, damn, now I gotta do something better than that, or and then you just get too caught up in that one song. You know, you got your 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? You got your 15 minutes, and then after that, what is it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go viral. I'm not trying to do that, because that's very just like minimal time you have. I'm trying to have longevity, you know, like build a legacy, not just have that one TikTok that went crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. I mean, in a day and age where it's like, I feel like most people are trying to, like you said, chase that wave or chase that song or that sound, or trying to be hot for the moment or buzz for the moment. It's hard, I feel like, not to try and get that thing, because you see it as almost like an overnight success, to where we all trying to get to. It's like starting at in the first lap but skipping the other two to get to the finish line, kind of. Who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want the cheat code to get here? But I feel like the longevity of it, if you run the long race in the long run, you'll appreciate it a lot more. I can't be mad at that, man. So
and I feel like also once you get that, I say you get that big hit, you know, and people don't usually have a plan after that big hit.
Facts.
Because they've been focusing on just that one hit. They don't have the next 3 or 4 lined up, because they were just like, oh, I finally got my one. So it's like, what do I do now? And I feel like that's where, you know, you can get lost. And I'm not trying to do that. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice, you know what I'm saying, get somebody to do a TikTok challenge, dance to my joint, and you know what I'm saying, and shit blow up overnight or whatever it may be. But I mean, I have a plan for that, you know what I'm saying? Even if that does happen, I have a plan for after that, you know, because you don't want to get caught up in just that first 15 minutes, you know?
That's a fact, man. So do you have like a team behind you? Like, who listens to the song and say, like, this is the single we're going to put out, this is the project we're going to put out? You got a whole team that you rock with and that you roll with?
Yeah, so the team is technically 5 of us. I have somebody who does my like my designs, my logo, my cover arts. That's Andre. I've been working with him for like the past 4 or 5 years now. He's also kind of like my mentor in this, and basically this whole thing. I have the president of my whole label business. He controls just all the financial stuff and everything like that. And then I have my manager, who would just, you know, help me with shows, you know, help me uploading the projects, putting the project where it needs to go, marketing, things like that. And then I have my boy, who's also an artist on my label, Cam. He's also from Greenburgh as well. We actually live in the same complex, which is crazy. But yeah, I've been rocking with him for a minute, and he kind of was with me when I started this whole Ravenous thing. So I just wanted to, you know, bring him on, because we was doing it from the beginning anyway. And yeah, we all kind of, thing I like about it the most, and I recommend this to a lot of people, is you know, you don't need a big team. You kind of just need people to do what they're really good at, and nobody step on each other's toes. So think of it like an assembly line. You know what I'm saying? Somebody does this, move it to the next part, they do this, move it to the next part, they do this, move it to the next part, they do this, and boom, ship it off, pack it up. You know what I'm saying? Now it's out. And I feel like this way, because nobody's trying to pretend like they know how to do something. Nobody's trying to, you know, you don't got my design person trying to be an artist. or trying to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have me trying to be the financial guy. You know, it's like we all have what we're supposed to do. We get it done. And you know what I'm saying? We move on and we keep going on with all these different projects. And as far as like who signs off on the music or anything, that's always me. Cause like, I mean, I'll ask a couple people here and there. Like I'll ask them what they think. But as far as the ear for it, I'm the one that will be like, okay, I want to put this out. And that's good. It gets my stamp of approval. You know what I'm saying? We put it out.
That's dope, man. That's what's up. We got a team behind you. That's what's up, man. One of the questions, so Ravenous, that means like hungry, right? So who came up with that theme?
All right, so because my first album, my first debut project, like, was called Ravenous. Came out in 2018. And me and my boy Andre, we was having a conversation. And I was just telling him, like, because at the time I was making that project, I didn't have a name for the project yet. And I was just talking to him. I was like, yo, like, he's like, well, what does this project mean to you? I was like, well, right now I'm just like, I feel like I'm over, like, I'm just hungry. Like, I'm more than hungry. Like, I don't even know the word for it. And he's like, ravenous. And I was like, first when I heard that, I never heard that word before that time. So I'm gonna be honest. Like, before 2018, I never heard that word before. Never even knew what it meant, obviously. And then when he told me, I was like, damn, that sounds so hard. Like that, it just sounds like it needs to be more than just the album name. Like it needs to be the whole brand as a whole, the lifestyle, because that's a lifestyle for me. You know what I'm saying? I've always been overly hungry, like for this. Like I've always been just putting in more time than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I've always just been ready to go. And so then I was like, we're just going to name the record label Ravenous Records. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing's going to be built off that. Because who can't relate? You know what I'm saying? If you're not hungry for this, why are you in it? You know? And it's just, the word is so hard and unique. Like not many people use it. So I was like, boom, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how that came about. And yeah, I've been running with it ever since.
Yeah, I like that, man. Ravenous. I've heard that word some years back. So when I heard Ravenous Records, I'm like, hungry, that's dope. The concept of it to say, I'm hungry, it's almost like never being complacent. It's kind of like what we spoke about as far as being the underdog. It's never being complacent. It's always feeling like I got something to prove, which is kind of like the concept, if you know, you know. I like how all that kind of like ties them together. I don't know if that was purposely done.
Nah, you know what's funny?
Like how that ties them together, man.
It's crazy because nobody ever gets anything. Like, because I do a lot of things so people ask questions. You know, I want people to be asking questions. I don't want you to know right off the bat what I'm like, why I'm doing this and what I'm doing, because then I feel like that's boring. Okay. And I feel like it, like, especially for interviews like this, you know, it brings up more to talk about. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, so what does this mean? Like, how did this come? Like, I don't get the cover. Like, why is it like this? Or I just try to be super unorthodox and we try to figure out how to get people to start asking questions, you know what I'm saying? And get the conversation going, you know, like, because then people start talking about, yo, this dude is like always keeping me on my toes. Like, how the hell, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, but yeah, like, that's funny that you said that, because if you know, was basically like me getting back to, because between Ravenous and that point, I felt like I was losing who I was for a little bit, like as far as writing wise. I felt like because at one point I was writing music that wasn't really me. Like I was trying to experiment on a whole bunch of other stuff, you know, like, and I was listening back to it and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, and so I was funny enough, I was having a conversation with my boy Dre again, and I was just letting him know, like, yeah, this project, like, I feel like I'm getting back to my old self, like we getting back to that hunger that like when I was making Ravenous. And I was like, I want to get features. I want to get back on the features from the people that, you know, I was doing it from back in the day. So like the features on that project, especially one of them was my boy who I used to work with music constantly back in like 2016, 2017. And I was like, so it just felt like I was getting back into that bag where like it was being hungry again, you know. And it was like, yo, like if you know, basically, like, you know, that's like, if you knew who I was then you know, like, you know. So it was like, so he's like, yo, so we did, instead of just putting if you know, the whole title, we just, you know, we did the action for it. And yeah, it was just hard. Like, I don't know.
Sounds dope, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, everything kind of comes from conversations. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like I said, I can't create unless it's an experience. Like, and those are all experiences. Those are all moments. And that's how all the music I've ever done has always been. You know, it's just a moment. It's an experience that I've been through. It's something, you know, it could be bad, it could be good, but it, you know, at least because then I can go back and say, you know, I actually felt that. That's real. Everything that I'm saying, that's real. That's happening. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that moment before. I don't know. So kind of, I guess it's also kind of like a pride thing too, because, you know, I want to feel like I did that. Like, I want it to feel as real as possible. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Especially to the audience, because they can tell, you know, a real hip hop consumer can smell BS.
Yeah, facts.
You know, so I'm trying to be as authentic and as real as possible. So
yeah,
I mean, it's free to be that way too.
yeah, for sure. I feel like hip hop is built off genuinity. Like, it's built off of how you really are as a person. Like you said, if you're not authentic, they're gonna notice. Like, eventually, it may not come off the rip, but eventually, like, you look at the Tekashi 6ix9ine, hot at the moment, but everybody felt like this dude's not really like this. He's probably not like this. You know what I mean? He got this weird hair. He probably really not all this SMD stuff he be talking about and all that kind of crazy shit. He's probably not really this kind of person behind the scenes. So years go past, situations happen, and now look at him, man. I don't even know what a dude is at anymore, for real, man.
Right.
In New York.
Yeah, I feel like that gets exhausting. You know what I'm saying? I feel like not being yourself is super tiring. It's like it literally costs nothing to just be you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the problem with that is you just may not like who you are, but I think it's learning to love that part of you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that, you know, you gotta get over that hump, you know, and then just be all super authentic, because there's actually, and the reason I say that is because it's like a little slight flex, but I actually, like, before Nipsey passed, I went and met him back in, and I was able to ask him a question, just one question, but, you know, I was just asking him, like, you know, how do you keep your listeners' attention and remain authentic? You know, even though you may not have a story that may relate to like street life or anything like that. And the main thing he was saying was like just staying authentic and always, you know, occupying your space. Like, because after a while, you move around too much, you start to look goofy. And it's like, you want to just stay where you at, you know what I'm saying, and just be you. Because like you said, it was just tiring being anybody else. Like, so I don't know. You know, that's a little flex, but yeah, like, it was crazy. That was a moment.
It's a big flex, man.
Yeah.
How did you end up meeting Nipsey? Talk about that situation, man. How did that come about?
So it was like February 2018. My boy hit me up, told me he had these 2 like tickets to go see him. Like, it was like an intimate interview setup thing at Sirius XM in the city. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. This is when he just dropped Victory Lap too. So I was like, yo, we out. And we got in the building. He get in the building, and it was just like, just the aura of him was different. Like, you could just tell that dude was legit. Like, he was just a real genuine person. And then, you know, when I got to talk to him, it was like, honestly, I had to try not to tweet, like, try to stay as focused as possible, because I was like, yo, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Look who I'm talking to right now. But it was you could tell that he cared, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just like he was there to BS. He was really trying to give us information. And when he said that to me, like, it just constantly runs through my head every time I'm doing this. It's like, occupy your space. Like, this is your space for a reason. Occupy it. You know, you don't need to be occupying someone else's space trying to be them. You know what I'm saying? They already have their space. You have your space, and that's for a reason. So it's like, just, and that may not be the biggest thing, but it's like, it like changes everything for you. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like, you know, at the time I needed that.
Yeah.
So like, it just worked out. And we were able to get a picture with him and everything. It was crazy. Like, I dapped him up. Like, I was like, yo, this is wild.
That's dope.
And then unfortunately a year later he passed, but it was like,
yeah, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
I was just happy that I could say I met him, you know, like.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's a big moment, man. I feel like that around that time, right before Victory Lap dropped, is really when I started to get in tune with him. I seen a Breakfast Club interview he did, and he came on there, and just from his energy and just talking on that, kind of drew me to him and his personality. I thought to myself, like, just off the character, how he is, I know the music got to be dope. So I started tuning in, man. The Victory, like, I played that album. I played on the album, man. It was crazy, man. That album was incredible.
Still that's a fun fact. Is, my first project, I kind of reconstructed. Like, I usually don't like to do this, but that project alone, like the Victory Lap album alone, I used that format to make my first like album. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how much it influenced me. It was like, oh, damn, I need something like this. I'm not saying I duplicated it, but I was just like, oh, I like the way, you know, how the cohesiveness. I can't even say the word.
Cohesiveness. I got you.
Thank you. Of the album was just like, I need something like this. I need it to sound, because from top to bottom, it just sounds like a movie. Like if you close your eyes and just listen to it, it's like you don't even know when the song's changing sometimes. Like it's crazy. And I was like, I want something like that. Like I want to format it like that. And yeah, that's what we did. Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, that's dope, man. That's dope. So I know I want to bring it back a little bit, because you said that there was a portion of time where you feel like the music didn't sound like yourself. Why do you feel like that was? Do you feel like you were trying to chase a certain type of sound at that time, or you feel like you just didn't know yourself to be able to correlate yourself to the music, or what was that?
Yeah, it was I was chasing a sound that just like whatever the sound was at that time. I was just trying to do it. Like that was at the time when I was trying to chase that single, like that hit single, whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to go viral. I was trying to get that fame quick, you know? And it's tiring. Like, you know, it's tiring. And then you waste 3 months on one song and you don't even end up liking the song. So it's like, why am I doing this? You know? And it was, you know, and then it even lasts more than 3 months, because then you didn't like that song, so you want to the next one, trying to figure out that next one. And then that's another 3 months that go by. So half a year go by, you worked on 2 songs, and both of them sound like garbage, in my opinion, like to my ears. Someone else may have liked it, but I can't put something out if I don't like it. You know, like, that's just how I am. Like, I don't know. Like, I has to be good enough for me, because I'm the one that has to live with that. You know what I'm saying? I have to put my name on that at the end of the day.
Yeah, so I know exactly.
I don't ever want to regret it, you know? Like, even like when you do like these interviews, you know what I'm saying? You want the interview to go well, because you got to put your name on it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You sign off on this. So you want it to always be your best work, you know? But it was just I kind of fell into that vibe of like chasing that hit single. And that lasted for like I said, like half a year. Maybe a little more than that. And yeah, I had to get back to like what I knew. I wasn't, and that's why I didn't put anything out for 2 years, because it was just kind of me taking some time to work on my mental health as well, and just get back in the zone and get back to writing the way I want to do it, you know, not the way I'm trying to be influenced to do it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, man, if you know, project is dope, man. If everybody hasn't got a chance to check it out, definitely check that project out, man. It's on Apple Music, Tidal, on every platform, right?
Yeah, it's on everything. Yeah. It came out. Actually, it's about to be, I think February 7th is going to be a year, one whole year. So, but I got the new project coming. So,
okay, what's the name of that? We got a name for it yet?
I do have a name for it, yeah, but I didn't.
It yet?
Yeah, I wanted to release it with the cover art.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's gonna be a full length album. It's not gonna be EP this time. It was originally gonna be EP. I can let you know that it was originally gonna be EP, and then I couldn't stop making music. So I was like, I just felt like the story wasn't finished being told, and I'm not one to close the book early. So I was like, let's just keep writing. You know what I'm saying? If it's at least I'm not overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not overwriting the story. You know what I'm saying? It's still being told. So I was like, let's just keep going. And yeah, now I officially finished it. Now we just waiting on a couple other things, and I'm hoping by the end of this month, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, see what happens. Have a whole bunch of merch to go with it as well, and everything like that. Yeah.
Okay. That was my next question, man. When the date? So what kind of merch you gonna have out? Like, is the merch of it based off the name, or is the merch based off of something different?
Yeah, so it's gonna be merch for the project, and also we want to re-release the Ravenous shirts we had around last year. We did like a little trial run, see how they would work, but people really liked them. So probably gonna re-release those as well, and get those back online. Yeah, because I feel like merch is definitely super important. So things like that, and visuals as well. We got visuals coming in, probably before the album drops.
Okay.
So yeah, but I do have a single coming soon. I'm gonna be dropping a single for the album. Usually I wasn't gonna do it with this project, but just because I've been taking so long, I hate to have people wait so long. So I'm gonna give them a little present. You know what I'm saying, and package up something nice for them. Yeah.
You got a date for the single yet?
That I'm looking either no more than 2 weeks.
Okay.
No more than 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm just going have to go over the legal side of things, but other than that, yeah.
I got you. So the team got to do some legal background stuff to get
that.
Yeah,
sampling and things like that. You gotta for that. Yeah, I had a big problem with my first project with that, so I'm not trying to do that again. Yeah, got flagged for a lot of tracks.
For real?
Yeah, it actually got taken down, and then I had to figure out how to clear the samples and then resubmit it. Yeah, it was a headache. So I learned from my mistake then, and now that's why things take a little longer. But hey, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, yeah, man. Get all that paperwork and all that. I mean, all the business done on the backside, man. And people gonna appreciate it when it drops, regardless, man. So, man, that's dope. I can't wait for it when it drops, man. Let me know. I'll link it on my social media. I'll get a Ravenous shirt. I'll buy one from you guys, man. And
definitely,
of course, man. That's dope. I'm excited to hear the project, man. Like I said, the If You Know project is dope. I know this album's gonna be on point, man. I can't wait. So I got a question.
Track off that?
I do what?
You have a favorite track off that?
I don't know. To be honest with you, because I've been listening to it like a week straight now, so I don't even know the names of the song. If you told me one, I might know, but I can't even off the top of my head. To be honest, I don't even know the names of the songs, man.
Okay.
But this, like I said, I like the project. I was listening to it. I was just bumping it again last night. I'm like, man, this is hard, man. I like you said, the authenticity of it. Like just meeting you and hearing the music, I can tell like the authenticity of it and the story of being an underdog. Like who doesn't understand that story, man, and just listen to that.
Yeah, facts. You're right.
I enjoy it, man. I can't wait for the album to come out, man. I definitely appreciate when you release that, send me that, man, so I can get a chance to check that out. I do have a question I just thought about, man. So you talked about Eminem a little bit before. Do you feel like in 2021 and the time we're in right now, do you feel like it's harder for a white rapper to release right now and be able to reach like a mainstream media and a certain kind of audience?
I feel like not 100%. Like I don't think about that too much. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't really think about that too much. I kind of just release music. Like I said, I'm also very cautious on certain things. Like, I know there's still, it's a very fragile time period we in right now.
Yeah, so, for sure.
I'm definitely like when all the George Floyd stuff was happening and things like that, I wasn't releasing anything during that time period just because I was like, that would just be like, for what? And even now it's like, you just gotta, I feel like you just gotta be a little cautious, you know what I'm saying? There's time and a place for everything. And the music will get out, you don't have to worry about that, but I just feel like you just be patient, let the product speak for itself, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like just me as a person, like, I don't know, I got too much respect for the culture itself to ever trying to tarnish it,
Okay.
So I don't know, but I'm different. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like I was different from your average white rapper. Anyway.
Okay, what you mean different in what way?
Like I feel like I know how to read the room. I feel like that's where the disconnect is, especially with a lot of white artists. They don't do that too well. And you know what I mean, right? Like,
yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also feel like they don't understand that they got to appreciate, like we was talking about before, appreciate being a guest in hip hop. I feel like they take that for granted. And that's my problem, because it's like, yo, like something this great, you know what I'm saying? It's like a baby. It's like, you know, why would you want to do it wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it's just learning. I just feel like I know how to read the room. You know what I'm saying? I know I got too much respect, you know? So.
Listen, man, I respect that for sure, man.
Yeah.
One of the other things I was just thinking about, damn, I just thought about something. So you said you had a Ravenous Records, which you came up with. You got the team with you. What do you feel like is your biggest accomplishment so far, being rapping for 10 years now? What do you think your biggest accomplishment is?
I did a couple of great things. I try not to say I try not to say, oh, this is my biggest thing, because, you know, I always want to get something bigger than that. But I did a couple of great things, you know, like I've done the Apollo. Like, I performed at the Apollo before. Yeah, that was ruthless.
They'll boo your ass off that stage quick, man, if they don't like you.
And they were.
Damn.
They definitely were. But I made it all the way through, though. I didn't get booed off. I made it all the way through. But as soon as I got on stage, they started booing. I didn't even say a word yet. Yeah, it was ruthless. But what else? I've done a lot of shows for like a couple shows for Power 105. Meeting Nipsey to me was like a big accomplishment.
Hell yeah, for fact.
What else? Finally putting my LLC together. You know, finally being a legal business. That was probably the most recent like big accomplishment to me. And I don't know. Every time I drop a project, it's like a big accomplishment. Just because like I know how far I came, and I listened to like my first ever mixtape, and I'm just grateful for the fact that the people that started with me then, you know, they didn't lose faith. They were, you know, they saw the potential and they kept with me all the way till now. That's why I'm just so grateful. I always thank the people that listen. You know, I always thank my supporters. You know, I don't really like to use the word fans. I like to, you know, I feel like they're more than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just feel like every project is a big accomplishment. It's like, all right, I'm here. I made it this far. You know what I'm saying? People still rocking with me. You know, like same people from before. I may lose a couple here, but I gain more. You know, like it's like. So yeah, that's big to me. I don't know. I'm real simple. You know, I feel like little things, you know, matter the most to me too.
Listen, man, that's dope though, man. Power 105.1 performing on the Apollo and shit. Man, I know a bunch of people never done that. They were rapping for longer than 10 years, and they haven't done that. So shit.
I'm telling you, the Apollo would definitely bring some things out of you.
It'll even make or break that spirit, I'm sure.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. After that, I was considering quitting, but I was like, nah, let me.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it was bad. But like I said, I think every artist should be required to go up there. Like, no lie. No lie.
How long ago was that experience? How long ago was that?
That was 2016.
How long were you up there? Okay.
2016. Yeah. So, and that was at the time where I was like, I just found my sound. Like where I was finally getting comfortable. Like any studio I went to, it was like, oh yeah, I know what I need. I know what I want. Any producer I talk to, I know what I want. Like, any engineer I talk to is like, yeah, like my voice sounds like this. Like I like how you do that mix. Like I feel like I was just finally finding my sound, like my cadence, my flow. And so I was feeling cocky going in there though. I ain't gonna lie, because the lady told me, she was like, the last person, the last white rapper that came in here won it all, and it was Machine Gun Kelly. And I was like, damn, like. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, but yeah, it was a good experience, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, man. That shit sounds lit, man. Apollo, man. You can't. Now listen, man. Like I said, either make you or break you, man. You still here 10 years later, man. After it all started, you still here going, man. So there must be something in it that you love and a passion for it, man. Just keep growing, man. I'm sure you're gonna do great. You're gonna be great, man. Just keep that up. Are you familiar with the group Slaughterhouse? Are you familiar with that group at all?
Yeah, I used to listen to them.
Yeah, they used to go hard. They were one of my favorite groups at a point in time because they were like lyrical juggernauts. Like you didn't know who was going to go the hardest on every single record. So if you had a chance to make your Slaughterhouse today with yourself and 3 other lyrical juggernauts, whoever you want it to be. It could be passed away, they could still be here with us. Who would you pick to be in that group with you?
All right, so you said including myself, so 3 other people?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say Jadakiss. I was not ready for this question.
And they never are, man. So I keep my keep on the toes, man.
Because I've never been asked this. Usually it's like, oh, who's your top 5? Like, but never who you want to be in a group with. Like, no, I never even thought about that shit. Sorry, Chris, but
Nah. This man, it's no kid show, man. You can say whatever you want, man.
Damn. All right, yeah, definitely Jadakiss, because that's I always tell people, like that's the bar for me, like as far as rapping go, and longevity. Jadakiss, I would have Hove in there.
Okay.
I'm beasting right now though. I ain't gonna lie, man.
You got 2 lyrical assassins in there right now.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know too many people messing with that. That last one. I'm gonna throw my boy Cam in there. I gotta represent for the town.
Cam?
Yeah, my boy. Nah, my boy from my label. I gotta throw him in there. Yeah.
Is he on a project as well?
Yeah, he got 2 songs on the project.
Okay.
He's on my first album too. He's on Ravenous, the album. And yeah, that I keep telling him, like, that's the first time anybody's ever gotten me on a song. Like, I felt like, and usually people don't admit it, but I was like, I had to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? I had to give him his flowers for that one because that was crazy. But yeah, he's on the new album. He got 2 songs on it. And yeah, he got a project out himself. And yeah, we also focusing on building him up as well. So,
dope.
Yeah, a lot of potential there. That's my 4 right there. I don't know too many people that might mess with that.
That's your slaughterhouse. That shit is crazy, man. That's a strong team right there, man. You got to bring your A game every single record on that group, man.
Oh no, yeah, but that's what what I like to do. I like to surround myself with people who I feel are nicer to me. That's how I've gotten better now. In the beginning, I was always kind of not hating, but I would be like, I don't want to work with him. He's too nice. Like you're gonna be out rapping me every time. Like that was in the beginning though. That was like when I first started. I was kind of like scared to rap people who I felt were better than me. I felt intimidated by it. But now I'm just like, let's get it. Like I'm saying, I'm more up for the challenges than I was before, obviously. But yeah.
Okay.
Which I feel like is what you got to be. You got to be that way.
Facts.
We ain't gonna get better.
Sport. Shit.
Yeah.
Hip hop is
Who's your slaughterhouse?
My slaughterhouse for me, I guess I had to choose like as far as like dead or alive, because I would add them all in there. I would say my slaughterhouse is gonna be. I'm gonna add Nas in there. I'm gonna add Tupac in there, and it'll probably be somebody like Lauryn Hill or something like that. I would add in there, man.
You went crazy.
Just because of the style.
Nah, you gotta do that. You gotta market to all areas.
That's a fact. Yeah. So I feel like if us 4 together like that, that shit would be crazy, man. That album would come out incredible. Yeah. But you can't go wrong either 3 that you pick in a group. You ain't really gonna be able to go wrong, man. There's so many different artists, man. So much abstract sounds and so many ways you can pull it out. That's dope.
Yeah, and that's such a unique question too. Like I said before, I'm like, nobody's ever asked me that before. And like I never even thought about it. Like I was never like, who would I be in a group with right now? Like from Dead or Alive. Like, so I mean, that's crazy. Like,
yeah. You get put me on the spot. I ain't never even thought about it, but I was like, those would probably be the 3 people that's gonna bring the best music, and I just add whatever sauce I can on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's different. You think y'all beating Slaughterhouse?
Oh yeah, I thought you smoking Slaughterhouse. I didn't even got to work with myself. It don't even matter. You got those 3.
No, that's a fact.
I rock with all of them though. Don't get me wrong. I think all of them are like Joell Ortiz, Royce, Crooked, and Joe.
Yeah,
I was a fan of all of them. Like I didn't know.
Who's your favorite? Who you thought was the nicest though?
That's a tough one, man. I don't even. Who do I think was it? To me, no slight to anybody else. I thought they were all incredible, but I think it would be like neck and neck with Royce and Crooked for me.
Yeah.
I think Royce and Crooked was like neck and neck. Like they was the ones for me that would go crazy on every record. I don't know if it was because of the concept or the way they would go on the record. But I feel like all of them, like I said, all of them are incredible. But them two, like, whew.
Yeah. Yeah, Royce is different, you know what I'm saying? He's like, and he's also nice on some solo stuff too, like on his own. And I think that's what ultimately can make you the best too. It's like you can branch off and make a great project by yourself. You don't need to be with, you know, your core group, you know. And to me, that's why I would give it to Royce. Like, he's just different though. Like,
yeah. And he's still going, like,
yeah.
all the years rocking with M from like 98, 99, being on rap to right now. That's longevity and practicing your craft. Like, that's working on your penmanship every single day, like never stopping. That's when you eat and sleep this shit.
Facts. Nah, that's a fact.
So we were talking about like sounds and the different sounds you would put hip hop in. Where would you consider yourself in the sound of a hip hop genre if you had to put yourself in one? Where would you put yourself? Put you on the spot here, man. I'm be asking you different. Like listen.
Now I would say like just an MC, like,
okay,
like whoever the best MCs are, like, because I want to be, or whoever the most respected MCs are, because obviously you want to be the best, but I want to be also respected. Like, I mean, I could sell a lot or whatever it may be. We could do millions and millions of streams or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I just want the respect, like, you know.
Want the respect for the penmanship, for the right.
Yeah,
for the right
that's what I'm saying. People are like, yo, he's nice. Like, you cannot mess with his pen. That's just. Plus, like when people, you know, hype me up to other people, like I like that just because it's like, yo, this dude's nice. Like, you need to get on a song with him. He's nice. Not, oh, he's got this many followers, he's doing this. Like, no, he's nice. Like, that's what, to me, that's up there compared to all the other stuff. Like, yeah, the respect. Especially from, like, the OGs in the game, like, the legends in the game, the respect from them, too. Like if I can get Jadakiss to say, yo, this dude's nice, I won. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I get Hov to say, yo, this dude's nice, I won. To me, you know what I mean?
Damn, okay.
Like, because those is like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I grew up on. That's what I, like, to me, that, like I said, that's the bar. So if that's my bar and my bar is saying I'm up there with them, it's like, yo, that's a W.
Hell yeah, y'all can't be mad at that. So if it was money, power, respect, the respect would be number one for you. Money and power.
Yeah, it's a fact. I think power is just an idea. I believe, you know, I don't know. That's a whole, like, money's obviously going to come because of, you know, if you're respected by them, you better be getting money by that moment. You know what I mean? Like,
I could dig it.
You know what I'm saying? But power is just, it is what it is. Like, I don't need power to feel powerful, you know? So
I respect that. I ain't mad at that at all.
Yeah, people get too lost in it. They abuse that sometimes, you know, they feel like, oh yeah, like I'm on top of the world, like, you know, so I try not to get too caught up on that. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. For sure you can let all that. I feel like you can let the fame and everything definitely overpower and shift your energy to a negative way if you allow it to. So you definitely want to remain humble in the space that you in. I think that's one thing I always try to think about, man. Just last night I was like praying to myself, just because I always pray before dinner, but sometimes I forget to pray when I wake up and go to sleep, and I just happen to wake up like 5:36 in the morning, and I was like, yeah, dear God, I know I don't always speak to you when I wake up in the morning, but I do just want to say thank you for allowing me to be in the space that I'm in, enjoying what I'm doing, and that people just rocking with what it is I'm doing, man. I don't want to take this for granted, and I want to remain humble, so please just allow me to do so. It's just simple things like that, man. You know,
bro, that's all you can ask for at this thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this time, all you can ask for is just to be here. You know what I'm saying? Be present. Because people going left and right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing that I've been focusing on lately, is just like, hey, we made it. It's another day. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's tomorrow. Yesterday is yesterday, but we're here right now. You know what I'm saying? We're fortunate enough to be able to do this, you know, go back and forth, talk, you know what I'm saying? Add more content to both of our pages, you know, like.
Hell yeah, for sure.
Bring to our belt, you know what I'm saying? So that's big in itself. You know what I'm saying? This is another accomplishment for me, you know what I mean? Like, so shit like that.
You trying to boast me up here, man. I appreciate that though, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, because I don't do too many. I honestly don't do that many interviews. So like, It's like, and it's not even like, oh, no, I'm too good for interviews, but I feel like a lot of people ask the same stuff, and it's like it gets repetitive, and it's like, yeah, that's cool, but like I want a more unorthodox, interview. That's why I said after I watched your stuff, it was like I was watching a couple more clips, and I was like, yeah, I like the way he asks questions. I like the way, he runs the conversation, and it feels like you're having a conversation instead of being interviewed.
Man, I definitely appreciate that. Thank you, man. I just thought of something too, man. So you've been rapping for 10 years now. Right. You see where you're at in that 10-year span, man. Where do you see yourself in another 5 years from now?
I'm
gonna keep hitting you with them, man. I'm gonna keep hitting you with them.
That's a fact, man. And the next five is hopefully the next 2. I'm planning on to have the record label established. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple more artists. We'll be doing what we have to do. We'll be doing shows whenever shows open back up. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we get back out there when it's safe, But, we just start gaining traction, gaining more listeners, and be able to do what we've always wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not have to worry about money being a problem or anything like that, And we, by then I hope I have, in the next 5 years, I want a whole feature. I'm not gonna lie though, that's one of my goals, you know what I'm saying? Get it, and then next 2 years, I want a Kiss feature. So see what happens. Yeah.
Shit, man, you and the rest of the world with a whole feature, man, that's gonna be crazy.
That's why I said 5. That's why I said 5. That's 5 years. Nah, because I think once he hear me, he gonna mess with it.
Oh, I like it, man. Put it into the universe, man. I'm releasing this clip of this part right here, and I'm gonna add Hove on that. So he gotta read this. He gotta hear this.
I'm telling you, I just feel like that's the one thing I always felt like I was missing was just the right person to hear me. But I mean, that's just anybody can feel that way though. You know what I'm saying? But I always felt like that's it. That's all it is. It's just that ear. For you, it could just be that one visual. That one person who just hasn't seen you yet.
Facts, for sure. You always feel like you just one person away, one milestone away from where you gotta be. That's a fact.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, 5 years, I'm gonna get the whole feature. I might have B on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce on the hook. Like,
if that's a fact, man, just don't forget about your boy, man.
Hopefully it don't cost too much. That's the only thing. I'm gonna tell. Listen,
super bag.
We just made it.
Super bag.
Yeah, facts. Facts. But yeah, that's the next 5 years. I want the label to be established. I want us to be running our own manufacturing for all our merch and everything like that. Have our own warehouse and things like that. Just really have everything in-house. We still go out places to do other things, and I'm trying to get all that to stop. I want everything in-house. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in the family. And, we just all eat.
I'm mad at that. I'm mad at that. So, Ravenous, are you guys looking to sign to any kind of like major or get some kind of like production deal in the future, or y'all just looking to stay Ravenous independent as y'all are now?
Yeah. The only thing we would be open to is like distribution deals.
Distribution deal, okay.
Nothing else. The only thing we would need help with for now, especially, is distribution. Mm-hmm. Once I get past the point where, because honestly, that's the only thing these labels is good for anyway, is get your stuff other places where you can't reach, you know what I'm saying? Because they have a wider reach than a lot, even the artists that are on, they got wider reaches in, you know what I'm saying? And that's why these artists go to them and look for that. So that's the only thing we would really need, Other than that, we want to keep it 100% in-house, independent. And that's it, Keep the money in. Keep the money, all money in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm mad at that. So if hosts came to you tomorrow and said, listen, I've listened to these records, man. I'm trying to sign you by yourself to Rock Nation, man. What's up, man? The pending contract is right here for you. Let's do it. You gonna turn that down and be like, nah, man, I'm staying with the team, man. I can't even do it.
I look at it like this. If hosts coming up to me with a contract, that means I'm good enough to be in the big leagues anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to take the first offer anyway. You never should take the first offer anyway. So, I look at it like that. These dudes is coming to me. We did what we were supposed to do. You know what I mean? They coming to us. They asking us questions. We not knocking on their door. They came to us. So it's like we won. You know what I'm saying? We did what we had to do. We didn't have to, do any of that weird stuff, gimmicky stuff. Oath came to us personally and said, yo, we want to sign, whatever it is, we want to sign you by yourself. Well, one, I would never do that because, like I said, I'm loyal to my team. I'm loyal to my people. So, like, I'm a package deal. Like, it's me, everybody else. So, and, I feel like I'm talented enough where he would have to take that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at it at all.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it.
I mean, I might hit him off for like, yo, I like the way I'll be managing. So I might do a little Rock Nation managing. Like, you do something like that, but or the Rock Nation distribution. You know what I'm saying? I'll release only the title if you wanted me to for like a year. You know what I'm saying?
We can work something out.
Yeah, like I don't mind doing that. I love title, so let's get it.
I had title, man, but I had to get away from it, man. They was doing too much, man. Now I'm back to Apple Music, man. Which
back to Apple? Yeah, I'm on Apple Music, but I love title. Like I think it's it's great. You know what I'm saying? I always support what Hope does. Like so, I feel like he's not gonna do no wrong to the culture. So
facts. Yeah, he's been in there long enough to and represented the right way.
Way too long. So it's like, but yeah, no, I had it for a little bit too. And then
they stopped taking my payments, man. I don't know what happened. They stopped taking my payments. My car wasn't working on their shit. I'm like, fuck that, man. I'm going to Apple. And I get free 3 months. Oh, man.
You got the free 3?
Every now and again. I finesse them. I mean, I might not be the recent part, but I be finessing them, man. I do a new email every 3 months and just get that free 3 months out of them.
Yeah, tomorrow morning you wake up, you're not going to have Apple Music anymore. Why? That shit will be off your phone.
I figured it out what he was doing, man. I figured it out.
Apple was the feds. They listen to everything.
I believe it, man. Most of these shit is probably the feds, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. This shit
that's a fact.
Zoom for real.
That's a fact. But yeah, definitely. Next 5 years, that's what's going down.
That's dope, man. Listen, bro. I appreciate you for coming out and joining us. Of course, definitely appreciate the time. The project is dope. Out now. If you know, you know. Make sure y'all check it out. If they want to reach out to your social media, contact you directly. Let them know how to contact you and reach out to you.
So all my social medias are Music by BTB. That's Instagram, Twitter. I don't really use anything else that I got TikTok, but I go on it to just watch videos.
Okay.
I may post a couple freestyle videos here and there, but I stopped doing that. But yeah, both Instagram and Twitter, Music by BTB. My email's on both of those, so if anybody needs to contact me about anything other than just hit me up to say what up, or hey, I like your music. If you want booking or anything like that, you go to the email. So yeah.
Dope, man. If I need to reach out to him, make sure y'all reach out to him there, man. I don't even follow you on Twitter, so I'm gonna follow you on Twitter now, man, because I'll be on Twitter. I don't be on there all the time, but I'm definitely gonna make sure I follow you.
I try, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother game on there though, as opposed to Instagram. So I'm learning it. I'm trying to get right with it.
I got you. You kind of newer to Twitter?
No, I mean, I've had it for a while, but I never used it for promotional purposes, as much. Like Instagram, I constantly am on there. I feel like I've learned Instagram a lot. And I feel like that's also easier to gain traction. I mean, now they made it more difficult, but it's still easier than Twitter is, in my opinion. So I'm still trying to figure that out, figure out the algorithm of Twitter or whatever it is, So,
okay.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I thank you for joining us, man. All the guests that have been rocking with us all this time, man. Thank you guys. For sure appreciate it. Another great week of the podcast. If you are not already subscribed to the show, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that bell for notifications. I thank y'all for rocking with us, man. It's another night, another great day for the podcast. And I thank you guys. Until next time, y'all take care.